I've done a lot of things to try to get into shape. A lot of disgusting things. So today, I'm going to tell you my top 5 most disgusting things I have ever done to get in shape. Like I told you guys, I've literally have tried everything. And that's why I'm able to give you guys all this advice without the fluff, because I've literally have tried almost everything. Now I can tell you what works, what doesn't. I recommend that you try as much as you can. Not the disgusting stuff, but you should try as much as you can. This way you can figure out what works for your body and what doesn't. But before I tell you the 5 stuff, I want you to make sure you hit that subscribe button. This way you never miss a beat. And wherever you're listening to this, make sure you give me a like or a 5-star review, as that helps the brains of everything tell me I'm doing a really good job. But before I get into all 5, and the 5th one is the most disgusting one. That's a new one actually. But that one's gross. That one's recent. Some of these are like earlier on in my career, but like the last one is really gross. But before we get started, I'm a little parched, so I'm just gonna take a drink. All right, better. So now that I'm fully hydrated, I can explain the rest of the stuff. And thank God I only film these videos in one take. That's kind of my party trick, and I'm starting with that one. Number 1, drinking raw eggs. I'm sure if any of you have seen Rocky, you've done that. Okay, I'm sure you've done it. Don't lie if you did it. But that's typically my party trick. I'll crack a couple eggs in there, drink them down, and yeah. But there's a lot of bodybuilders out there who actually put eggs into their protein shake. I've done that before. That used to be a thing back in the day too. Used to put it in your milkshakes. When you put it in a protein shake, you don't taste it. But the way that I just did it, you literally have to like unlock your throat and let it just go down. You can't like let it sit in your mouth, because then that's gross and nasty. But it's a quick, easy way to get protein down. And I guess that's Rocky inspired, right? So that was number 1. And again, like I said, if you've watched Rocky, I'm sure you've tried that one. And don't lie. And then let me know in the comments below if you did try that one. And don't lie. All right, number 2. I'll never forget this for as long as I can. So I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I was like 14, 13 years old. And it was like 98, 99, 2000s, like when I got started. And protein powders were just terrible tasting back then. But I'll never forget, I saved up my money to buy this muscle building protein powder. It had like all this. I wish I knew the name of it now so I could look up the ingredients. I don't remember because it was just terrible. So it had all these muscle building ingredients in it, and the ads for it like claimed like if you took this every day, you would like blow up and you'd gain so much muscle and this and this. So I'll never forget, I was so excited. I saved my money. It was a lot of money at the time. I think it was like $70. And I was working like a dog when I was a kid. I used to do anything. I would hustle to do anything to make money. So I saved up my money. And at the time, like I said, I think I was making like $5 an hour. So that was a lot of time. And it was $70. So I got this thing. I'll never forget. I brought it home. I put it on my table, this jug. And I'm like, this is going to be the secret. This is what's going to make me look just like Arnold. And I poured out 2 scoops. I don't remember if I used a blender though, to be honest. I might have. I don't remember, because back then you needed to use the blender for everything because it was just terrible. So anyway, so I probably did put it in a blender, and I took my first sip. Oh, it tasted like wood, guys. Like wood, like tree bark. Like as if I ripped tree bark off the trees and ate it. That's what it tasted like. That was probably the worst tasting protein powder I've ever had in my life. And I've had a lot of protein powders. The worst to this day. I still have nightmares about it. I could picture the jug. It was this big 5-pound jug. It had like a gray label. I wish I knew the name of it. I really do. But oh man, horrible, 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 horrible. Like I'm not even kidding. It tasted like bark. I couldn't even finish the shake. Like I was gagging the entire time drinking it. So I gave it to one of my friends. I'm like, dude, I can't even drink this. Here, have it. And he couldn't drink it either. So this, needless to say, that was my investment down the tubes. I think I might have had 2 scoops from it. That was it. So that was number 2. And I guess that's more of like a traumatic experience than actually being the most disgusting, because it doesn't sound like anything to you guys listening to this. But oh man, if I could relive that, it literally just take some tree bark off the trees and just eat it. That's exactly what that tasted like. Horrible. All right, number 3. I've done a lot of crazy things when it comes to actually gaining weight. And at one point I was really, really pushing this scale. I got to my heaviest, which was like 216, 217, and I was having almost 6,000 calories every day. And I know it may sound like fun and a lot of calories, but it can get really disgusting, the things you have to do that. So literally in the morning, what I would do is I would have 2 scoops of protein and make like this giant shake, and I would just pour olive oil in the shake. And I'm just so gross because I'm always like, I'm out the door. So literally I would take my shaker cup, I'd have my scoops of protein in here, and I would just pour the olive oil in here, like 2 or 3 tablespoons. I'd shake it up and drink it. And it's disgusting because you literally taste the oil in the shake. It clumps the shake. But I was in like such a rush in the morning. I needed the calories in, and like you feel it going down. It's disgusting. I definitely don't recommend that. But it's a good way to gain weight because there's a lot of calories in that shake. I'm sure again there's a lot more other ways that you can do it, but yeah, just gross. I don't recommend that at all. All right, so number 4. This one's a funny one. This is another story one. So basically, when I was competing in bodybuilding, I wanted to just be as consistent as possible. I didn't want to change any variable with my diet at all. So literally for this one show in particular, I literally ate the same foods for 12 weeks. I didn't change anything, again, because I just wanted to keep that variable the same. I don't recommend that at all. I know a lot better now than then, but that's what I just did at that time. So what I would do is, at the time, I was on like oatmeal really does well for me. Like some people, it bloats you and you feel like blah after you eat and it kind of sits in your stomach. I always feel good when I eat oatmeal. I feel like my body digests it well. I feel like it doesn't sit in my stomach, and I do feel like it gives me a lot of energy. So literally all I ate was oatmeal for my carbs pretty much. Again, like I said, I don't recommend doing this at all. Do not copy anything that I've done in this video. It's whatever. So anyway, what I would do is I would literally measure out oatmeal. I'd have like 6 meals a day, and I'd measure out the oatmeal 6 times, and I would do 3 meals with protein powder. Okay, so I do oatmeal and protein powder. I still do that to this day. That's good. That's not disgusting. And then the other 3 meals I would do, wait for it. So I would do the oatmeal, and while the oatmeal was like, I'd pour the hot water over it and mix it, and then I would set water aside, and I'd boil water, and I would throw cans of tuna in the water. I'd boil the tuna, so the tuna didn't taste like fish, and so the tuna becomes plain when you boil it. I don't know why that happens, but I just figured that out one day. If you boil tuna, it takes away all the fish taste. And then I would take the tuna after it was boiled and put it in the oatmeal and mix it. And then I would have my 6 meals for the day of exactly what I needed to eat, and then I would just pull them out of the fridge and eat them. So yeah, so one of my meals for an entire contest prep, 12 weeks, was oatmeal and tuna, literally mixed together. I actually don't think it's not as disgusting as it sounds, because again, like I said, I boiled the tuna, so it took the taste of it out. So it didn't really taste that bad. It just tasted like oatmeal. But yeah, I guess when you think about it, it's pretty nasty. Tuna and oatmeal. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have ever tried that, but that's what I've done. Like I told you guys, I've done everything of weird combinations. All right, so number 5, the one that you were waiting for this whole time. This is a new one, actually. This is a new one. This is fairly recent. I'm still doing this to this day because I'm not just gonna get rid of the thing. But so usually I take fish oil pretty much every day. Fish oil is a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, and I don't feel like I eat enough like fatty fish during the week, so I've been supplementing with some fish oil. So usually I get some tablets. And I wanted to up the amount of omega-3s that I'm taking. So in order for me to do that with tablets, I'd have to take so many tablets. So I said, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna get liquid fish oil, right? I've done that before. I mean, we all have their lemon flavor. They don't really taste like anything, and you kind of put them in a tablespoon and whatever. So this brand, and I'm not gonna say the brand because I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but this brand is supposed to be lemon flavor. So what I did was I took diet iced tea, which is 0 calories, and I figured, I was like, I'll throw some lemon fish oil in there. It'd be like a good drink to drink at night. Well, let me tell you guys, literally pouring it in, and I'm using a big amount of it. So in all fairness, I'm being bad at the company because I'm using so much of it. So I pour it into the iced tea, and of course, oil rises, so there's a layer of oil on top of the iced tea, but it doesn't taste like lemon at all. Like at all, like no lemon. No lemon. It tastes and smells like I'm drinking fish skin. It's disgusting. My wife looks at me now like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, well, it's too late now. It's in there already. And now I committed to doing this because I already bought the fish oil. I'm not going to get rid of it. So yeah, that's the most disgusting thing. And that tops the list. That's, like I said, that's frequent because I like fish, but like the thought, like the smell of it, like, But now I'm like drinking the skin, what it tastes like. It's, oh my God, it's horrible. So literally what I gotta do is I gotta put a straw in there, I stir it really, really fast, and then I drink. I kind of like suck it down as fast as possible. And the worst, and I'm sorry if I'm making you gag, but the worst part of it, I have to keep adding more water to it because the oil's still on the bottom, so I'm not getting all the fish oil. So I need to rethink what I'm gonna do with that. I might just put in a tablespoon and just down it really fast and then shoot that down with the iced tea. I don't know, but that's probably the most disgusting thing I've ever done. So, guys, like I told you so many times, I've done so much to get into shape. This is why I'm able to give you no BS advice and tell you what works and what doesn't, because literally I've tried it all and I've learned all from my mistakes. So, like I said, I don't recommend, for once in one of my videos, I don't recommend you do anything that I've done in these videos. So hopefully you like this one. Let me know, comment below the most disgusting thing you've ever done for fitness, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.